a turn and everything.
Not recording.
Okay.
Has it been recording?
It's never gonna be recorded.
No?
Just
Now we're laughing.
Oh,
Alright, hold on.
Good.
Scene. Okay. Hello. Where shit happens. We're here to talk about Good Wars 2. I'm Jacob Hurley.
I'm Gage.
I'm Beez.
I'm Joe.
Alright. Our big topic today is world versus world versus world.
On Guild Wars 2.
On Good Wars 2.
Did we mention the game?
Should we call it WWW? Because
I don't think that, because then
No,
I think it's World Wide Web.
WV.
We can't have a
That's a
website
good
for
point.
world versus world versus world.
You sure? I
We
mean, I'm
could.
pretty sure we could if we
I
wanted
think there
to.
is. Maybe.
There might
No.
Alright. So basically what world versus world versus world is one world fights one world fights one world. Obviously.
On one gigantic map.
It's pretty large scale. I mean, what do you guys think about it?
Well, I don't know. The idea of three worlds fighting is just kind of hard, but I like that they tried to balance it with that aspect. I mean, if one world is just ridiculously geared out and everybody's twinked up, then, I mean,
There's going to
apparently,
be two other
apparently you
worlds
could
versus
use your
that
two
one
other
world.
worlds to work together to stomp that big world before they raffle stomp you into non-existence.
Or if you just
But it'd
don't
be the
like
worst.
them.
Well, that too, but it's kind of hard to dislike a whole world unless you're bees.
Oh. That's true.
I hate the world.
Alright guys, so what about the whole catapults and stuff like that? Talk to us about
Catapults.
A
I mean,
siege engine? Oh, that's just so cool.
I like the.
that. Alright,
guns.
how about this? Let's go back to how we need to talk about how they have keeps and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there's a
There's
giant
probably-
keep that you can ransack, and you'll like basically win that entire area. And you can either win that keep by forcing down the door with catapults, siege engines, or the giant
Or your
golem
bodies.
thing, or your body. Yeah, you can just shove your body into it and start humping the wall. And after that, you can either take it by resources too. You can secure all the resources around it and build your city guards up to defend your own keep, or they can take your resources and build up their guards.
That's
It's a whole
true.
lot of strategy.
I mean, at first the takeover castle, there's NPCs, and
Yeah.
then once you actually take
Yeah.
over, now you have actual player enemies you get to fight. So I mean, it makes it twice as hard.
And I mean, and if you can level up the NPCs, it's already going to be a difficult fight.
Yeah.
Not to mention the level whatever warrior coming at you. Well, everything gears up to level 80.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's true. That's
Okay,
another thing
yeah,
we
it
should
does.
definitely note is that even though whatever level you are, they automatically level your power up to level 80, so it's all equal. So
Well,
if you're,
They level your power. They level your equipment power.
It doesn't level your
Exactly.
gear,
It levels the gear's power. It doesn't level it to
the actual
better
stats.
gear.
So, I mean, okay, say I'm like a level 5 noob rogue, and you're
like always.
a level 80, screw you.
Yes.
So you're a level 80 guardian. It would gear me up to level 80, so I'd be relatively level 80. But what wouldn't gear up really is my armor. So your stat boost from your armor is still going to allow you to raffle stomp me into the dirt, not to mention your massive amount of skills compared to me.
I know I have more skills than you, Joe. It's okay. That's all right. Your leather armor would have the stats though of my OP guardian armor,
Kind of, sort of.
Yes.
or at least it'd be better than your stupid leather armor.
And also, there's not just keeps, though. You guys are forgetting the supply posts and the towers. Say you don't have a giant group of, like, 50 people to help you go in and steal this giant keep. There are other buildings like watchtowers, which is kind of like a keep but smaller. They have NPCs to defend it, and there's still resources there, but it doesn't take as much force to kick down the door and get in.
Well, I mean that's mostly for smaller groups. Like ship happens a bit of a bigger guild, so we could probably, if we all got together, we could probably take a keep or at least a whole area. Meanwhile, if there's a guild, there's only like 5 or 6 of them. I mean, they're not gonna obviously take a whole keep. So
Actually,
we're
I
gonna
think
take over a tower or maybe a supply base.
Well, just scaling-wise, I'm pretty sure a keep is going to take probably, I'm guessing, like 50 to 60 people. Because it's supposed to be really hard
Well,
to get.
yeah, but see,
But that
I know,
number
but-
is relative depending on how many opposite
Yeah, I was about to say that.
world members are there.
but the thing about ship happens is we have a lot of alliances with other guilds, so we could definitely
But I think a
easily get
keep is
50
going to take
people.
more than 5. I think a keep's probably going to take about 20, and then a
I
supply
said
keep.
it took 5.
You just said 5.
I said
It's on camera.
I said if there's 5.
It's on camera.
If there's 5 in a guild, they'd probably
I'm
take
5.
only a tower, a supply base, not obviously a keep.
Oh, not a keep. My apologies.
keep.
A tower.
Okay.
A tower.
It's on the
With
camera.
A tower's going to probably take about 20, and then there's supply posts, which you could steal to get more resources.
Okay.
And I also like the fact that the supplies go through in carts. So you can ransack a cart so they don't get their supplies.
You can totally go Aragon on them and it'd be pretty
Intercept
cool.
the caravan?
Right, exactly. Intercept those caravans for those who have read that series. But let's go ahead and move on to the siege engines. So,
No, not just siege engines. All of the
all the weapons of war, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so we obviously have catapults,
Trebuchets.
siege golem. So let's talk about this whole idea of siege golem. I personally love
I
this.
like the golems.
You are on this tower. You're looking down, kind of bored. You know, you keep boring day. All of a sudden, you see this huge golem coming up and about to crash down this door. Would you not crap yourself?
But now you see there's a problem with the golem. It doesn't have any ranged attacks at all, and it's helpless
Super
until
slow.
it reaches the gate.
But obviously, you're going to guard it. You're not just
Yeah,
going to say,
yeah.
go golem,
But then,
go.
but then again, you got to think about all the trebuchets, the catapults, and ballistas that'll just instantly target that giant.
Yeah, but most of those are for the people who are attacking.
It's
You
true.
know, the keep doesn't actually have that stuff.
Actually,
Siege
the
engine-
keep
Not at
does
all.
have turrets.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
but that, I mean, that's not, they
It
don't
should-
have
it
like
should have
catapults
still.
and all that
They
stuff.
Yeah.
do have.
It should have defenses.
They do
on
have
the
defense
walls, yeah.
weapons, and they have like pots of boiling pitch they could dump over on you, and they have launchable weapons that shoot projectiles that do
Well,
ridiculous
see,
damage.
hold
And
on.
even if the siege engine dies, all you really did is borrow time to break down the door even more with your weapons.
So all this is great
We
about
could
Guild
get
Wars
enough
2
siege
is the
engines
fact,
to
hold
have
on,
that.
is that it's strategy. Guild Wars 2 puts this whole strategy in.
Strategy.
It's a
strategy.
It's a strategy.
No, you know what I meant. That's what's nice about Guild
By
Wars
4
2.
siege engines at one time.
That was a good strategy.
That was a strategy.
I hate you all.
I know you do.
Okay, we hate you too.
Alright,
So legitimate
upgrading.
strategy.
Alright, hold on.
Yeah, I was also referring to
upgrading. Let's
before,
go ahead and
you know.
talk about this upgrades for those who don't know.
As you secure other resources throughout the entire map, which is huge, those resources come to your keep, I believe. I'm not sure where.
Well,
Where are
each
those
player
resor-
can
hold on,
carry a
hold
certain
on.
amount.
Where are those resources from? So you just tell
like
everybody.
resource plants, like gold mines or lumber mills, and they don't actually count as gold or lumber. It just counts as one resource, and they go to
That
your
goes far away.
yeah,
Right.
and it goes to your keep, and you use those resources to either build a siege engine, or you can upgrade your town guards or their defenses.
Or you can actually upgrade the actual keep.
Yeah, or the keep.
Exactly. So
Increase
I
the
mean,
offense.
I like the amount of what am I trying to say here? The amount of personality you could put into not only keep or supply base or just attacking somebody, you know, that type of thing.
You have different ways to go about it.
Yeah.
But what I really like is that it takes a certain amount of time for your keep or guards to get upgraded.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you see someone coming in, you can't go, oh my god, we're about to die, hit the keep upgrade now.
Upgrade it all!
Because by the time it upgrades, you're already going to be stomped out, and now they have
Yeah.
a brand new shiny keep.
They make it so equal, and
Oh.
it's just amazing.
And I like that when you, even if you destroy a keep, if you win the keep, then everything is magically restored.
That's another point.
Because you
need
just
to
fought
say.
your way through this
Yeah.
hellish battle.
The fact that you have to literally destroy this keep to get into it, you don't have to worry about, oh crap, I just destroyed this keep.
Yeah.
Now how am I
Yeah,
supposed
before
to
the next
defend
one
it?
comes back.
I know, they're just going to like literally walk back in and be like,
I hope
where
that
are we
third
taking
world's not
this?
over there.
Alright, the third
Yeah.
world's like, what are you guys doing? We're coming over here.
The third one.
But in,
The third one was like, what did they do? I don't know, I'm really hungry.
I don't know. You know,
We don't
we're
have
just
any
letting them
resources.
find it out. We're like
We're going to
Switzerland. We're not doing anything. I don't know.
Until
I don't know what happened to this.
Oh, that just made my life.
Alright, alright,
that
alright.
made your life.
Made my life.
You have a quite boring life.
Well,
You have no idea.
tablet just broke, so.
Technical difficulties. That's okay. I
So
remember most-
meanwhile, so what do you guys want to be?
Tech support is on its way. Geek Squad.
Does that look like Geek Squad to you?
Yeah, it does.
He's like a bar squeak squad. I'm gonna fix your computer. That was perfect.
Berserker logic. If it moves, hit it. If it doesn't move, knock it over, then hit it. If neither of the above work, it's probably a tree.
Alright, we lost internet, but if you keep it on the table, it looks
We
impressive.
lost internet.
We lost it.
That's
The
right, we can
internet
fake it.
ran away like my chia pet.
That was
I don't
doing, we were
understand.
doing real well
Yeah.
with the topics
Your
on
chia
that.
pet?
My chia pet ran away. It went
Alright.
to find my pet rock.
Alright
That's kind
guys,
of a
let's
social
try and go back
topics.
into this. So,
Where were we?
well, we were talking about
Keep upgrades.
keep upgrades and stuff.
And how the third world is hungry.
how the third world's kind of
Something
like
about
Switzerland.
Well,
So,
The idea of resources gives a lot of variability, I agree. But what also gives a lot of variability is, I think, going to be the mercenaries.
oh, that's true. The villagers.
Scattered about the world, there's going to be different mercenary groups. You know, kind of native people that you can bribe to help you if you do something for them. Like, you can go to an ogre war camp and be like, hey, we need help. What do we do? And they'll say, someone must pleasure all of our warriors. And we'll be like, hey, someone's got to bite the bullet. Jake, you go.
Yes. I'll see what I
And
can do. No
In
promises.
return for helping the ogres will go out and send patrols to either gank enemy caravans or bring you supplies from those caravans.
But there's a chance he might be too tired after
You?
after me.
That's okay with me. But I like the idea that I'm going to have other people helping me rather than just players. Because
It's
players
true.
can screw up. I mean, if I get a noob on my team, there's nothing I can do about it. But if I have 30 war trolls, I'm feeling pretty
You
confident.
feel pretty
That-
good. Like
that-
that keep all of a sudden is going to go down.
And they're AI, so they immediately know what they're doing.
yeah.
Agreed.
Instead of
That
like,
noob
where do
is
I
like,
go?
They just run in circles like,
What's the hotkey for kill? I don't.
Where's my mount?
Cute.
Yeah.
How do I mount?
How do I mount?
All right. So
Wow.
how about this? Let's compare this to WoW type of thing. Now,
I don't think you can really compare this to WoW.
well,
There's
no,
never
no,
no thing game.
we can compare it to WoW. The fact that let's move on from World versus World versus World, just kind of general Guild Wars 2. The fact that everybody plays WoW. What's Guild Wars 2? Wow, how is that so different from WoW? Why should I stop playing
Whichever.
WoW and
No
play Guild Wars
subscription
2?
fee. Which
There we
means
go.
that
You
there's-
pay
Which
just
is
for the
helping.
game, and you don't pay every month.
Like,
Which
obviously,
means there's not going to be nearly as much grinding because they're not focused on keeping you in the game. They're focused on bringing more people.
and
in.
it takes the same amount of time in Guild Wars 2 to get to each level. Like, obviously, I'm a WoW player. I have the T-shirt. I'm legit.
For those
Too
who
legit
don't
to
know,
quit.
it says for the horde.
Horde all the way.
For the herd.
For the herd. I
I don't know. Like, I know from WoW, it was really easy leveling up till about 60 or 70. Shot up there. And then from 70 to 80, it's not horrible. But getting to 85 is the most ridiculously mind-numbing grind I've ever had to do in my life. I hated it.
And the tasks are like the same exact tasks when you're level 1. Go
It's-
collect this many, except it's like 300 of it instead of like only 5.
And there's no reason to it. Like, get me 5 boar tusks. Why? You gonna build something? Get me 5 boar tusks.
I'm hungry.
Hey, don't get us wrong, we like
I
WoW,
eat
but it
boar
just gets
tusks.
so
I've just played it so long.
it's too
I'm
much.
jaded.
Exactly.
And it's just, I want a story. Like, WoW had a great story up until, I would say, Wrath of the Lich King. I mean, because up until then, they had a lot of characters from the Warcraft games, like Warcraft 3. You'd see a lot of those characters come up. But now, at this point, a lot of those characters are dead or mortally wounded to the point where they can't fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So they can't, I don't know how they're going to really continue that storyline.
I
But
don't
like,
know. With the release of the new Pandarin, the entire thing about
as much as I love
Okay.
Kung Fu Panda, I'm not sure
Hold
how I
on.
feel about the Panda.
Really, the whole panda
Whoa.
thing, don't even get me started. I mean,
obviously-
Cataclysm, okay, big dragon comes over and destroys everything. I'm cool with that. I love dragons. All of a sudden, a panda nation pops out of nowhere. Hi, we're pandas. We've been hiding here the whole time. You're like, what?
If you play the expansions of Warcraft 3, there's a Pandarin Brewmaster.
Oh,
which
he's
is
so cool.
ridiculously powerful.
Yes, but they're pandas.
It's true.
I mean,
But you're a cow who somehow is holy. What's the big
hold on. No, those are pretty cool. in
I'm a
what they do.
holy cow.
And that's how they came up with the phrase "holy cow."
It's true.
There's a little history lesson.
Holy
for you
cow,
guys.
Batman.
Holy cow, Batman! Good God,
Actually,
gosh.
it was when the hunters shot the paladin.
I mean, I don't,
Holy cow.
agreed. I don't know. I think the only thing that could really rival Guild Wars 2 right now is probably Star Wars. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
I think
Or
that'll
League
be
of
the
Legends.
only real competition. I don't like. Well, League's not even the same kind of game. League is a strategy
It's not,
game.
but it's still.
all right.
command
How
and
about this? We're throwing out a lot of words. So you mean Star Wars: Old Republic,
Yes.
and then we're also kind of comparing it to
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Okay. So Old Republic, in my opinion, it's an MMO, but it's so based on one person. Like it's your plot. It's so based on you that you almost don't think it's MMO. So I think that's the difference between Old Republic and Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, you can literally, it's a guild. It's all about us, friends, that stuff. While Star Wars Old Republic, it's all about you doing awesome things and this awesome plot. And then League of Legends is just stupid, in my opinion.
All right.
I'm not a big fan of it. I don't really, it's as far as I know, it's like Balloon Monkey, except better graphics. I love it too, but I don't want to
He
spend like
likes
$30
balloons.
It's
for...
free.
Okay, it's free. Fine. I still don't want to play it. I mean,
All
it's
right.
just I won't waste my time. I'll
Well,
wait for
it's-
Guild Wars 2.
That's like saying
Not the
Assassin's
same
Creed.
kind
It's
of
like
game.
there, but it's stupid. So, and I have to pay $30.
Hold on, that's totally different. I'm allowed to give my opinion about games. I just
No,
say
you're not. Go home.
Seriously.
Okay.
We don't like you anymore. So anyway,
Okay,
back to what we were talking about.
I didn't go home.
Now that he's
You're all
out of the
full of crap.
conversation.
You're all full.
Oh
of
no,
crap.
I agree that Star Wars is a lot more based on each player, but now that I've actually gotten into the game and I've done some flashpoints, I'm thoroughly impressed with the group aspect of it.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure how Guild Wars 2 is going to be able to rival that with their dungeons. Because I personally have not seen a lot of dungeon play for Guild Wars 2.
Me either.
Like in Star Wars, there are moments that decide how the whole dungeon goes for you. It'll go completely different depending on each dice roll. Like, you'll come into a conversation, and everybody in the group's in the conversation, but someone rolls to make the reply by a random dice roller. And if you get the highest dice roll, you get to make the reply, and that decides whether the whole dungeon is going to get good karma or bad karma, essentially. You know, good light side or dark side.
Yeah.
And depending on what choice you make, also will manipulate the dungeon. Like, I was doing one dungeon where you had to get across this bridge to this command station. Well, flashpoint. It's a freaking dungeon.
Yeah.
But to get across it, you could either go the long way and snake through all these corridors and kill all of these workers and then get in there, which is like the evil way, but you get a lot of experience. Or you could talk your way through it, he lowers the bridge, and you walk right in and skip a whole part. And I like the variability in that.
Okay, true. But it's the same thing in the fact that it's almost a repeat. You know, with WoW, you do a dungeon so many times, and you can literally memorize the whole way.
Yeah.
And that's cool that they did that the whole Republic. The Guild Wars too, the fact that you could go over to a town, and there's A, centaurs are attacking it, B, centaurs aren't attacking it. If centaurs are attacking it, you can help them or not help them. If you help them, something might happen. If you don't, it doesn't happen. You can just move on.
Only
hate you.
centaurs attack villages.
Only centaurs!
Only centaurs.
Only centaurs. But this whole idea of this
And
is so much better because guess what? This next player sees no centaurs at all, doesn't even know what just happened, and it just gives this whole new individuality that so far no games have done.
Well, when the centaurs happen, it's a, like, everyone sees
When the
it.
centaurs happen.
When the centaurs happen. In a world where both our towns are covered by centaurs. I mean, everybody sees the centaurs happening. It's just a, random chance of, am I here at this time?
Yeah.
No
Well, I was
centars?
just talking about-
Okay.
I was just talking about person
And then-
later.
and
on.
then
I'm
it
raised
goes
by
back-
ghosts.
If the centaurs destroy the village stays destroyed.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Exactly.
just magically come back.
And they'll
in the
remember
next
you
5
that you left
minutes.
them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Although remember you saved them. It's not a grinding quest. It's a let's do this or let's not do this. And that's that whole
It's a world
idea is
progression thing.
amazing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really looking forward to at least the fact that I don't have to grind everything.
And
Get horns for someone who doesn't even give a crap, is just going to ask the next person for more horns and has this old pile of thousands of horns.
Maybe he has a horn fetish.
I want more
Maybe he
horns.
does.
He could be like Beez. I don't know.
Alright, how about let's talk about the characters. What
We're
characters
supposed
are we
to
going to do?
Oh man.
So many options.
How about this? I mean, Joe, what do you think?
I'm so split. I'm so torn. But I think in the end, I'm going to end up with a Char Ranger. I like the idea of having a big, like, feline char, whatever you want to call it, a mix of, and then a bear to help me tank and solo.
Nice.
But honestly, with the guild, I'm probably not going to be soloing all too much anyway. It's going to be
Exactly.
mostly guild things.
But I mean, that bear's still a good tank for us.
Yeah.
I want it for extra DPS, if nothing else.
I mean, just for note, Joe's always either a ranger or a hunter or a druid or
Or an
something that
assassin.
involves nature, a rogue. So this isn't really a big surprise.
barbarian.
Ooh.
Most of
I'd
his
have blew your
characters are
mind if
big.
I went elementalist.
Because I know you would not enjoy it at all.
I'm going to be a female elf elementalist. What?
I would ask for the real Joe. Where is he?
Do you really care?
That
No,
role play
Beez.
would work. A Syrian engineer.
That again, that's no surprise. Beez is very
Yeah. Small?
Small.
yes, and supposedly a genius, but we don't really believe it. So, and he has
That hair
he
flip
has
looks
weird
perfect.
hair also. You'll probably see that. But,
Gage, what are
He
you
makes
gonna be?
forges.
makes four.
I have a cross between two of them. It's
Okay.
it's got to be either a char engineer
Yeah.
or a Sylvani elementalist.
I think a Savani elementalist would be cool. I'm just.
See, I like what they did at Savani. It's kind of like Elf, but not. And the fact that
Cat
it's
people.
I know
What?
it's plant people, but
Oh,
it's
I
the
thought you
fact
said
that
cat
it's.
people,
I mean,
Avatar.
Not cat people.
if
plant
you've seen a
people.
picture of a Savani, I mean, it's basically an elf, but at the same time, it's different. I like how they did that instead of
Well,
just
yeah,
I
adding-
thought it was closer to a dryad.
They are closer to dryads.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
plant people.
Is it,
Yeah.
Yeah, but their
It's a tree,
looks and what they do. I mean, it's very. Well, okay.
It seems dryad.
Dryads are kind of elfish.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that.
They're also kind of horseish, right?
No.
Well, it depends on what.
No,
That's like
a
satyrs.
centaur.
Or
That's
Centaur.
that's
It's more of a
Gage.
satyr, yeah. It's-
Come on,
it's
let's-
like a
let's-
centaur.
I think you're off
Centaur.
topic. What are you
Let's
gonna
get
be?
out of the
Satyrs are
centaur
goats.
mind.
What are you going to be?
Satyrs
Okay.
are not horses, they're goats.
What I'm going to be is probably Savani Mesmer.
A mesmer?
A Mesmer.
I hate you.
I love Mesmers. I mean, the whole idea, I mean, obviously it leaked
Hey, we're on the
way
same
before
team. We
they
don't have to worry
announced
about
it. Hold on. Obviously it leaked way before they announced it, but the Mesmer is just, it's just this idea of just
Wait,
screwing
what was
people
it?
over and over again. I'm over here.
It was
No,
the
I'm
day
over
before.
here. Nope, those are all illusions. You suck. You
It was
die.
like the day before
And I love
they
it.
announced it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love it. It's just
That's just gonna anger me so much. Like, kill you shot.
I
missed.
With what you said, Beez, the fact that was like a day before, I mean, people talked about it, and it was pretty well known.
Yeah, it was pretty
before
well known.
It got officially leaked before it got.
Oh my god, a
officially
mage with a
announced.
Yeah.
broadsword. I was happy.
And I love that also. You
And
can
there was
actually
much
have
for
armor
choice.
and swords, but you're a mage too. And of course, that's whole battle mage.
It's kind of like an arcane paladin. It really is.
Exactly, except you're not holy. Yes.
It's for the arcane part.
Exactly.
However, he's not very skilled in those things, so it's really just like, he's here, so I'm gonna hit ya.
Comment below about what you want to be.
That actually isn't a bad idea.
See, I
Yeah,
really
go
think so. Just go ahead and write what you
Go for
what
it.
character you want.
And
We
why
can
you
all have
like
a nice
it, you know.
conversation.
We'll all get on and like all of them.
Well, like, if
Yeah,
you
we'll
do
give
that,
thumbs
we
ups.
will like
Thumbs
every single one of your characters.
Unless it
We
gets
will
over
we will get Beez to
3
do it.
billion
We'll get
comments.
Beez to do it. Beez will totally
Yeah,
do it.
you'll do it.
Agreed. Group vote on who says Beez does it.
No!
Oh, we're all raising our hands for those who don't know.
It's 3 versus 4. So
You
It's
lose.
3
Three
versus
versus
4.
Three out of four.
Waste
It's
of
4
day.
versus
wins.
1.
4 wins.
Well, we're on the 4 side, so.
Gage, you can't do math. 3 versus 4, we win.
Our
Oh.
catapult's launching again. Quit it.
Alright. So what else
I would
shall we
say
talk
that's a
about,
trivia
guys?
Oh no. I mean, I'm just the one thing that's killing me is that we don't have a release date.
Oh, that's true.
We have
Let's-
beta
We
date.
have no release date.
We have
When-
beta date.
Alright,
Yeah,
hey
the
guys,
beta-
hey guys, how about this? When do we think it's going to be released?
I'd say around June.
Later.
Mid-June.
Mid-June?
I'm saying July or August.
See, because I won't be able to get a better computer until like November, so I hope it doesn't.
I'm kind of hoping for
until, like
April.
August.
I'm thinking July or August. That's sort of thing. April.
I'm hoping August.
They're gonna
Why
have, like,
April?
two months of beta.
I got June.
They're
You
ba-
can dream.
for
but
those
then
who
you
don't
wake up-
know-
February, March. It's 2 months
Okay,
of beta.
February.
Then they have to actually patch.
February.
They
It's gonna be
patch as
released-
they
March.
go.
You do realize it's almost March now.
Yes.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
Alright, how
I
about
got
this?
Dream.
Guys, how about this? I mean, we already, for those who don't know, they're already beta testing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, I mean,
I
let's
signed
say at the most 2 or 3 months of beta testing, and then
Which
maybe
I've signed up. Have you signed up?
I have not
I
signed
signed
I
up the
signed up-
day of.
I have not signed
I
The
signed up
second
before all y'all
that
signed
someone
up.
said, "Hey, beta's up,"
My,
That was me.
my computer can't run it.
I don't think. Well, mine might be able to. Might. Because
Mine-
according to Guild Wars 2, apparently it doesn't take much to run this extremely beautiful game. Matter of
Really
fact,
just
they
not
said
what
that the
this-
graphics cards they used are no longer in production.
Yeah,
I
they
call
did say that.
bull. I mean, this is gonna
That
take
kinda
more
sounds like
than
bullshit.
I think what my computer can handle. The game's just too pretty.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't know until it's released. I mean,
It's
you,
true.
you can poke and prod and guess, but
I
until
mean,
it's
and then you got to
released,
think
try
about
to play it.
the way you can JPEG up like environment. You can walk around and there's gonna be one solid picture of a mountain, and you don't really think it's a picture. You just think it's like there is a graphic.
A 3D
you know,
thing.
a 3D
When actually
model.
it's a 2D picture.
Yeah.
How about this? The fact that Old Republic, they've been, talking about how no matter how high your computer runs,
You're gonna get a little
there's
bit
still lag and there's still glitches and stuff,
Yeah.
even if you have the best computer. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, they're obviously going to update and probably fix that, obviously. But same thing in Guild Wars 2. I mean, even if it runs a little bit slower and stuff like that, I'm sure they'll fix it.
Yeah, within a couple of months, I mean, of course you're gonna have server lag. Because when you just debut a game and you have this many players
Especially as
coming
big as
in
Guild Wars 2.
to start, playing your game, and everybody's in the same areas when they start. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, all the Chars are in the Char starting area, and all the Azurans are in the Azuran starting area. And obviously, the first, 2 weeks are going to be a population overload for those areas.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to, see that, and then try and fix it as they go. I'd say within 3 months, they probably should eliminate server lag.
It's like with WoW, when the
at least
elves came out,
mostly.
everybody wanted to be an elf. Everybody.
Everybody wanted to
So
be
it
an
was
elf.
so laggy and so just...
In the Worgen starting area, oh my
Oh,
god.
oh,
good
yeah.
The
lord.
Worgens was so bad. Although I love the idea of the Worgens. It was the idea that you didn't want to play it for at least a couple weeks, just because there's so many people want to be Worgens.
And, I mean, who doesn't want to be a giant wolf with a top hat?
Exactly. Nobody.
That
You're
reminded me
stupid
of
if you
that
don't.
comic. This is Wolf with the Top Hat. You're in. Welcome.
So how long do you think it's going to take for us to fry their servers?
I don't know.
Depends how ready they are. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
true.
are they prepared for a mass, or do they think there's only a small amount of people doing it? I'm pretty sure.
Well, the beta has, just people signing up for beta, I mean, has hit 1 million to, I know it's over 1 million, I don't know the exact number. But we watched the video where the beta hit 1 million applicants. And if the beta already has 1 million,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm wanting to know how many they have now that the beta, submission time is over. I want to know what the final number was, And
We could look
I
it
mean-
up if somebody hadn't killed our internet.
That was him.
That was me.
you broke it. Go home.
I broke the
I
internet.
don't know why you're
guys.
still here.
I broke the internet.
But I don't know. I think if we have that much for just beta, the actual game is going to be exponentially higher.
Yeah.
But that's going to be once they release the system specs, though. 'Cause
And then
that's when-
again, hang on, let's go back to the, when do you think it's going to be released? So it's about 2 or 3 months for, like, the beta
beta
testing.
and patching.
And then
Obviously-
2 weeks to a month for the patching. Like,
How about
total
this? I'd
final.
say they want
Okay,
to do this.
let's-
They want to do this well. Let's say a month, because I mean that's like absolutely every single patch done.
Alright.
Let's say a month, or at least let's
So
say
it's-
the most
It's
amount
almost
of time.
March.
A month after all the betas, like as they're patching through the betas, it would take another month afterwards to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So-
obviously going to be.
So it's
So
almost March.
They,
So it's
they started beta testing.
all of March.
They
Yeah.
started beta testing at,
March, June,
mid-February.
Yeah, they started
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
beta.
March, April, June,
And they're,
July.
Yeah.
they're about to do open beta.
April, you forgot May.
I forgot May.
There's a month in there, bro.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
Who knew?
So March,
I don't like
April,
May that much.
May, and then June will be like full of the patching and releasing.
I'm thinking it'll come out
June
July or
is-
August.
So at either mid-June, since 2 weeks has already passed for the beta, or like the beginning of July.
Well, I don't know. You have to also think that they gotta advertise the hell out of this game.
They've been
Yeah,
advertising
they've
the
been
hell out of this
advertising.
game.
Not on. I think when you start thinking TV spots, I'll be a lot more interested.
That's actually a very good point, especially about games.
'Cause
Like
it's-
Old Republic, I mean, they Old Republic, so many ads for that, probably good, like maybe 3 weeks before they released, or I mean even a month since November, they advertised that, and that's when you really knew, oh crap, this thing's actually coming out, you know.
Because I mean, it's really easy to put up a banner on like a little game website. Play my game, be here whenever. But when you actually start thinking TV spots, that means they're dropping a ton of cash
Mhm.
to make you know about this game. It's about to be here. It's about to hit the fan.
That's why you don't do commercials, like, you want to do commercials here. And the game release isn't for months, because by the time those commercials are done,
You
they'll
forgot.
forget about it before the actual game release. It's like, oh, Guild Wars 2 came out? Oh, who knew? You know.
I remember that commercial vaguely.
I remember that. It was something about a
What
big
commercial?
feline or something about centaurs. I don't know.
Apparently, I'm the only one with a good memory here.
Apparently.
Where did we
I have
hide?
dyslexia.
Is there anything
Oh,
else?
dyslexia?
Is
No,
there
I'm the one
anything
with
else?
dyslexia.
Anything else we guys want to talk about?
Now that I'm done ranting that we have no release date.
Production quality. That's a big thing for me. Like when I started playing DC Universe Online, it was horrible because I would click on a button and I know it wasn't my internet connection at the time, and it would take about half a second until my guy actually like turned around and like shot an arrow or he started running. I'm like, what?
What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't know what.
And
my
you know for
controller-
sure, I was like with lag,
Yeah,
or it wasn't
yeah.
your computer, or your
Yeah.
internet, it was the game.
Yeah, like I don't know what my character is doing right now, and and you see it with WoW. It's if it's not the connection, it's great. So like you press a button and immediately shit.
Immediately
shoots out.
something flies.
Something happens right when you press the button,
All right, how about
and
this?
you see it. It's very graphically intense.
All right, so let's move on to combat for Guild Wars 2.
Oh lord.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I mean, the fact you can, it's not like WoW. Again, I'm sorry I'm contrasting to WoW so much here, but WoW, you just stand there.
That's like the biggest
Bam!
wrath.
And then, I mean,
That is the biggest wrath spell I've
But
ever
the
seen
fact-
in my
That
life.
better silence him for like 18 seconds.
you know what it did, okay?
I'm just gonna sit
But
here.
the point I'm trying to make is the fact that it takes forever and you're standing in one spot while you're trying to do something. But with Guild Wars 2, you can move around and fight. Like,
And if you actually
You're still
dodge the
silent.
attack,
you dodge the attack instead
Yeah.
of, I so dodge that and you still take like
Which I
140.
like that, but at the same time I don't like that, because it's going to give people with a very nice computer with an awesome processor a huge advantage over people with a slower computer whose computer can't react to a split-second attack like that.
That's
Like,
the
if you have a
point.
great computer and I have a moderately okay computer, I'm not gonna have time to go, oh crap, missile, roll! I'm just gonna be there like, oh crap, missile, I can do nothing about this.
And then you roll.
And it's too late.
Obviously, dodging and rolling is a big thing. What's some other big things about it, like new changes?
Well, I don't know, I like some of the AoE attacks. Like, being a ranger, I'm like jizzing my pants right now. Like, they're a Gogurt tube at some of these ranger skills for AoE.
Right.
Like, shoot a ton of arrows up, and then they just rain down in this hail of, oh my god, run away.
Yeah.
I love
Shall
that.
fight in the
See,
shade.
what-
PvP AoE attacks are something that's really underpowered in most games.
With a hunter and WoW, there's no real abilities where I'm like, yes, I kill you. There is-
Kill you.
Kill you. Nothing. But with exactly what you're talking about in Guild Wars 2, there's actually an attack where you're like, oh, that's a ranger
That's a
there.
problem.
That's
Yeah.
that's
We
definitely
need to
a
address
problem.
this.
Instead of, oh, there's some guy shooting bows and arrows at us. That's
One
all
arrow
bad.
isn't that scary. 100 arrows, we could fight in the shade.
It still counts. Still only counts as one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still counts.
It still counts.
Oh,
So,
God.
And that actually brings us to our next subject.
Alright, well, this one is actually a very specific subject. And, you know, Valentine's Day just passed, and normally this is not a big event in the nerd community.
wait, how did we celebrate it? How did we celebrate Valentine's Day?
Well, excluding this guy, who's,
I celebrated in
he's celebrating in the traditional way.
Unfortunately, he has a girlfriend, but us single guys, we went to the comic book store and bought some comics.
I wonder why we're
Yeah.
single.
I have no
I
idea
have no
why.
idea.
That's just how we
I should've
roll.
picked
That
comics.
and
I don't
magic
watch
cards.
it.
So I'm pretty sure we're that awesome.
I mean, granted, yeah, we went to a comic book store, but some of the nerds actually did some pretty sweet stuff. Case in point, we were on the forums, and we were just looking around because we have new lives. And what we found was one post of a girl who actually got a present from her boyfriend who was a nerd that was kind of awesome. This guy got her a Char plushie, which if you looked on the website has been sold out for 3 months
At least 3 months.
before Valentine's Day, which means
Long time.
this guy had to have planned this present about 4 months in advance. To get it, hide it, and then give it to her.
You know what we
And
say to that?
I don't know this female's name, but it will be in the next video. Or
Right.
we'll even
No,
post it
it'll
in this
be-
one when we put it up. So her name's
It
going to
will
be
be.
linked here,
All right.
all
awesome.
these places. But my message to you, if you're watching this, that man is the one. Marry him.
Say yes.
Please marry him.
Yes.
Welcome. Let's go buy magic cards.
All right.
I feel like that'd be awesome.
You know, that's what we should do. But
But okay, we've ranted. I'm hungry. Let's go get food. You know, from Ship Happens at Night, I'm Joe.
Beez.
Gage.
And I'm Jacob Hurley. And
Yes.
we are out of here.
Food, 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 food.